Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Make a Mario Game. In the last episode, we actually just did like a little quick thing, like updating the background to be like not full screen like it was before. Um, I mean, you could have it. I know somebody mentioned before that they wanted a full screen, which is fine by me. It's not a big deal. Um, you can either not do what I did in the last video, or you could play it safe and do what I did, but then just change the value, the world scale, to something that will make it full screen, the background. So either way works. But anyways, in this video, we can start doing enemies. And before I mention that, I know that this sprites, they have like a black background, and it seems like it has to do with my PNG loader or the PNG lib, whatever you can name it, lib PNG. Because I know in TGAs it does work. I don't know why in PNG it does not work. I might be forgetting to do something, or I did something wrong. I never done any libpngs coding before, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. But I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it at the moment. I'm just gonna keep going because either way it's still gonna work, at least for now. But anyways, let's work on enemies. And then so we got a couple enemies in this level, right? We have um, the unshelled Koopa that starts right here, right at the beginning. He comes sliding down here. We have Piranha Plant that shoots out of the pipe. We have the huge Bullet Bill. I'm not sure if they have another name. Is it a Bonsai Bill or something? I think it is, right? Bonsai Bill. That appears right here, right at the beginning. So like right here, the first one. I know there's like at least 2 or 3 other ones in here. There's Rex, and then there's Shuck. And I want to work with Shuck actually because that's the one that it's actually the smarter one of all of them, and the one that's probably going to contain a lot more code than any other other, other than besides the other enemies. So this is going to contain a little bit more code. So let's get on it, shall we? Um, let's close it down. Let's open Super Mario Game Project. Why are these outside? I don't like it. I do not like it. Why are they outside? There we go. I like that much better. Let's add a class. Okay, add. We're gonna name it enemy. Yeah, I believe it adds it on itself. Do we have to have source in it? Shoot, I think we do. Let's put source. It's been a while. I haven't touched this project, so forgive me. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna do like always at the beginning on the top, if in def. Enemy. Define enemy. And end if. Okay. Let's include components, of course. We're gonna do inherit from components. The thing about this class is it's gonna be really small. I'll be honest with you guys. So far, oh, it's not enemy. It's entity. It's gonna be a really small class. I mean, we can derive from this. And the reason why I'm creating this is because it'll be easier for us to actually access the enemy class in the future when it comes to collisions. And that's the only reason why I'm keeping it. Because the only thing that this is going to contain, it's the hit points. That's all it's going to contain in this class. I mean, at the moment actually, because I haven't really thought about what more is going to be included here. But in the future, we'll start including more if it needs to have anything, you know. One of the reasons why I have this class is it'll be easier to access the enemy. Okay, let's go to our header file. Let's include entity here. And here, I'm just gonna say components, entity. And here, let's say hit points. Set it at 0 for now. And that's all this class is going to need for now. So let's create another class. This is going to be our Chuck class. Chuck. I'm going to name it Chuck. And it's going to inherit from, the base class can be from enemy. Make sure we pass in source. Oh, my bad, that's not going to work. So it goes into the source folder. And virtual destructor, yes. There we go. And that goal is you're gonna put that at the top. Oh. And it's gonna be Chuck instead. There we go. Okay. So that's what we have at the moment. So there's gonna be a couple things here that this enemy is gonna contain. So let me run through exactly what it does. Not in any particular order, I guess. At least I'm gonna try to make it in order. So at the beginning, right when you encounter it, it starts jumping up and down. It's jumping really like a normal height, you know, it jumps up and down. And as you get closer to it, it starts jumping just a small, like half of what it was jumping before, or less, but it jumps a little bit. And then if you're nearby and you jump, he will jump too at the same time. Then if you smack him, I guess you hit him, not smack him, let's say smack him. Let's say you smack him on the top of the head, right? And then he'll get stunned for a couple seconds, and then he'll start chasing you. If you're within the distance of his view distance. Otherwise, he starts just charging back and forth. And it'll do that until it dies. So we have a couple of different states that this Chuck is gonna have. I'm not sure if I should put this public. I'm gonna put it up here. It's like, I think by default it's gonna be. If I need to put it in public functions, then I will. So if you have a state, right? So at the beginning, it's like jumping. I don't have any names for these stuff though. Let's call it jump state. Jump state, which is at the beginning. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, that's fine. That's a jump state. Okay. I guess you could have a stun state. When he's stunned for a little bit. You got a jump state. It's stun state. You got a chase state. And you have a charge state. I believe that's all of them. If we need to add more to it in the future, we will. For now, that's about it. Let's go down here. And back here, let's put a state. Yes, and state. Okay. So in here, we're definitely gonna be having a it's void update float DT. You say override. Yeah, I think it's because this enemy does not have it. That's why. Virtual void update float DT. I actually don't need to have override. Oh wait, maybe it's not. Okay, it was something else. Never mind. I thought it was squiggly down here. I thought it was because it didn't have it in the previous one. But I was wrong. Void update. Okay. Let's start initializing that. Okay. That means that this is gonna have an entity as well. So let's put an entity in the constructor as well. And chuck student here as well. As enemy entity. Okay, we know for sure. I think this has 3 hit points. I believe so. Right? So we can have a void chuck update flow dt. And here is where we can check. So let's go to the header file. You have a void check check state. Right here is going to be check state, and we can define this chuck check state. Okay, so if we gotta initialize, we gotta set first. Okay, if we know if its hit points equals 3, state equals jump state, right? It will always be jump state. Else, now we have a couple different things that we gotta distinguish. If it's done, we want to make sure it never changes its state. So we're gonna say state equals, if it equals state stun state, then just return. Then we're gonna check to see if there's a couple things we gotta do here. Actually, we gotta check to see for chasing. We gotta check to see if it's within the distance of the player. So let's create another and that kind of reminds me that this probably is gonna need a target then. Should I pass it on to this class, the target, or should I have another way of checking for this? How would I do this? I mean, I don't mind doing it through here. That's fine. They have an entity. You say you gotta have a target. And you have a bool. You check is target within distance. Okay. So let's define that. Let's quick options. Yep, let's do that. What would be the min distance? Let's find the distance first, and then we'll create a function for it. So in here we gotta check. Okay, you have a vector. Can I get vector 3? Okay, vector 3. You got a difference between the target and get position. I don't think I'll be able to do this because it's const. Let's see. And my current position. Can I do this? No, I do not. I thought so. Okay. Say diff equals target position. And then you say diff minus equals entity that get position. Okay. And then you're just gonna say if, or just say diff length is less than, or you can do length square. Can we do length square? It's less than, let's say it's within the 5 meters, right? So it's within 5. If it is, that means it's within the distance. And here you gotta check if it's target within distance. and the current state does not equal chase state. Equal states chase, or not charge, chase. If it doesn't equal chase state. Okay, so let's say m states equals states. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. Either way works, I guess, if we put the state or not. Either way works. If it doesn't equal, okay, great, right? Else, 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 if it's not within chase state, hold on, because I can't just say else and then equals charge state, because if I'm already chasing, it will go to charge state, right? If it's chase state, that means it'll never go here, and then we'll go here. But right here, I want to make sure it's not currently chasing anybody. Okay, so you know what? So that way I don't have to define that twice. It's target close. Or another thing I can do. That way I don't have to do that. Just say if state does not equal that. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really matter. Otherwise, if target's not within distance, then just say okay. The only thing we have to fix here is that if it was chasing and then out of nowhere I leave, I guess I could put that in short state. I can have a delay before it starts going into short state. Because I can be within, like, let's say it breaks between, this is 25, right? Let's see, it breaks 24, then it goes to 25, 24, 25, 24. It's gonna go like, it's gonna jitter, right? So we're gonna make sure it doesn't do that. But for now, I think that's about it. So in here, in the update, we want to say, it probably should be testing one at a time though, but you know me. Oh, states. Okay, so we have a case of jump states. Right, we got a case of chase state. I mean, I could create my own like state machine class, but that's kind of lame. Just creating it just for Chuck. If there's multiple enemies that will do this thing, yes, I will do it, but there's no reason for it. And I know that this Chuck can even go further than what I have because there's some Chucks that actually shoots either baseballs or footballs, which is, I mean, in this level it does not have any of that, so I'm not gonna put it. But you guys could add that yourselves in the future if you guys want that. Okay, so we have this, right? Okay, let's go here and let's create void jump. Let's create a jump. Right here, say, hey, let's jump. Just jump, shall we? Just jump. For now, let's remove this. For now, I gotta think about that differently. I just thought of something I completely forgot. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I guess not. I completely forgot what I was gonna do. Void, chuck, jump. Oh yeah, there we go. I was gonna do that. If let's say if targets null, let's say false. Just return false. Set it up here. Make sure he sets a equals null. Okay, so let's do jump first. So let's look at player, and let's see how the jumping thing works on its own, right? So apply gravity. Either it says as a boolean, or it says jumping. Checks to see if it's within the ground, and does its thing. Do I need to know that? Yes, I think I do. Oh, another thing. Yeah, I gotta figure that out in the future. Is that do not change state. A different state if I'm already jumping. So I say here A, if I'm jumping there, you make sure I'm not jumping anymore. Right? Give me a second trying to figure out how this jumping stuff is gonna work. And did he get velocity? Okay. So in here, okay, let's do this. We have a boolean, right? Bool, and say is jumping. So in here, you're gonna say is jumping equals false because it's actually not jumping. We can have a timer. Well, yeah, let's have a timer too. Actually, it's like within a couple seconds it starts jumping again. It jumps, hits the ground, it waits a couple seconds, and it jumps again. I don't think it jumps right away, does it? Oh yeah, you know what? Let's make it work first. I'm gonna say if I'm not jumping, and then let's apply like force. Just trying to figure out what's the force of the player right now. If there's any jump force on it. Ever create a jump force? Okay. Let's make it work first, though. Let's make it work first, and we'll clean it up after. So right now, what we have a vector 3. Vector 3. We have a bell. You say M entity get velocity. I say bell dot set y. Negative is going up, so let's say to a negative. Let's say negative 400. Let's see how far that is. Oh, I see. Okay, no, that's actually fine. Else. Okay, no, because I forgot I need to apply gravity. But that works. If I'm not jumping, do that. And I say jumping equals true. Then we apply gravity. I think I should have that separate from player. We'll clean that out after. Alright, remind me to clean that out after. We got a float. Bell y equals 9.8. It's the same number that we use for the player, so that would be equally, gravity will be the same for everything. A times dt. And disable that. Okay, I see. Ooh. Let's put that outside. Bell dot set y. I can add y right now, so just like get y plus bell y. Hold on. Jump should have a dt on it. Okay. And then we check it against the ground. I just say if entity get position dot get y, it's greater than. What was the number that we used for the player? Ground is 575. 575F. You want to say entity set position entity get position dot get x. Let's put 575. We'll fix that and clean it up once we make it work. And then you say m is jumping false. Another thing is just say if, just to make sure hit points. If hit points does not equal 3, then return. That way it doesn't jump again. This could keep jumping, hits the floor, jumps again. Hit the floor, jump, hit the floor, jump, hit the floor. Hit the bodies hit the floor. Okay. Let's see how this works, guys. Alright, let's go to game scene, include game number, include Chuck. Another thing, make sure you remind me. I don't think I've done it actually. So this is all the. I already have all the sprites, but we only can use Chuck at the moment. Let's see. I need to get the project open, continue folder. Come on, you want to move? I know you want to. Let's go to. Let's see. No, not C drive. What am I doing? Let's back out. Go to textures. Okay, I already have it here. Great. So I have all the Chuck stuff here. It will be in the, like always, it will be in the same spot in the images. I think it's called images in the GitHub directory. So make sure you grab them, and it should be there. But anyways, now that I know that's there, let's include the texture, shall we? It's within enemies, and let's see. Let's use Chuck 1 for now. Chuck 1. And let's have so I'm gonna have to find a way to get falling working, but that's fine. Okay. All right, let's get Chuck working here. Let's get an enemy for now. You have an entity pointer. Ugh. Entity equals add. I'm trying to figure out if I want to create this to be multiple videos. I mean, I know I want to create different videos for Rex, Bill, Chuck, Unshell, Koopa, and Piranha Plant. I mean, it's already 30 minutes. I don't want to make this video longer. Make sure that I still have a long way to go. So I may create multiple videos of this, if that way, so you guys can Otherwise, it will take me a while to start uploading stuff. Yeah, I know it's been a while since I haven't uploaded. So let's see. Set scale. Set it to world scale. World scale. And Z should just be 1. Let's just copy what I had up here. Okay, set the position. Set position. Set position. Players at 100. Let's make that. Let's make this a 400 and let's make it already a 575. Since I know that's the ground for now. For now. Okay, now we have animation sprites. Let's create the animation sprites. And let's add an animation, shall we? I have an animation and I named it, let's say Chuck Jump 1. Chuck Jump 1, Chuck 1, no, Chuck. Sure, I'm just gonna name it the same. Make sure that's entity, because you're gonna want to do something stupid. Just make sure we play this one. And we can have Chuck down here. Chuck pointer, Chuck equals new Chuck. Not chick, Chuck. Chuck. And that's about it right now. Oh, another thing, that's something I'm almost forgetting. Well, I mean, check state will actually do it for me. Never mind. Because I haven't initialized state yet. But Chuck will do it for me. Okay, I want to know what's going on first. Okay. So he goes to jump states. We initializes. It's true. Oh, I never set velocity, do I? I never set the velocity. Entity. Let's set velocity. Bell.get X. Bell.get Y. And Z is 0, so I don't have to worry too much about that. Oh, is it too high? Was it too much? Does it go down at all? Oh yeah, it does. Okay, it goes too high. Let's make it 200 then. No, he does it way faster than that though. Like he jumps up and down faster in the same distance but faster. So what's going on there? Interesting. Okay, another thing we'd like to do here is get bell y. If bell.get y is greater than 0, that means it's falling down. Another thing is we're gonna make sure we're able to get animation sprites. Let's say animation sprite, okay. So right here I say class animation sprites pointer animation Animation sprites. So I have control of it in here. You want to be able to have a function. Say player void set animation sprites. Animation sprite pointer. I don't have a function. Let's create that in here and just say animation sprite equals animation sprites. Why? Oh, it doesn't know what it is, huh? It's fine. I mean, it should work. I don't know why it wasn't working earlier. But, in here, let's include animation sprites. Where is animation graphics? I believe. Oh, it's right in the first one. Nope, wrong one. There we go. So if it's falling, animation sprite set or play animation. I say Chuck falling. What is the name of it actually? Game scene. Chuck falling. Chuck falling. Chuck falling. And in here, when I jump, he sets it to the other one. Play animation and sets it to Chuck. Ooh, oh, I haven't set it yet. That's right. Set animation sprites. Set the anim sprite there. Oh, it doesn't even do it. Interesting. Interesting. Huh. That is interesting. I mean, this thing never turns positive then? It's positive now. Oh, I'm a dumb. I never added it to the list. Dum 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 dum. I was like, what's going on? Okay, so we gotta chuck. Okay. There we go. So it definitely does do it faster. Interesting. I mean, another way to make this work better is for gravity to be a lot more. I mean, when it comes to this kind of stuff, it works. It should be fine. I mean, it's not 100% working when it comes to games. Like, gravity will not work exactly perfect. It would be amazing if it did, though. That works. Make it a little bit higher, though. Yeah. Okay, another thing that we can do in here, let's create in a jump, let's have a jump scale. Have a float jump scale. For jump. Have a float jump scale. So what I want to do here, let's create a, let's here float jump scale equals 1, right? And you say if it is target within distance, jump scale, let's cut it in half for now. Jump scale. Okay, now we gotta set the target though. Void set target entity pointer entity, not entity but target. Let's create definition. And you say m target equals target. Okay. So now that we have that, just say shuck set target. Oh man, say player entity. And I have it within 5. I may have to increase that. Okay. Maybe that did not work so well as I thought. I had to increase the distance then. Have it within 5. Let's make it 15. Oh, you know what? Because it counts the height, right? I don't think it matters though. I just want to care about the X. Huh. Let's worry about the X. I mean, just worry about X. Let's set the Y equals 0. Let's not worry about that. It's when it comes to shock. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Wow. Really, the distance had to be a lot bigger than that. Okay. Definitely has to be a lot bigger. Wow. Okay, let's make it 100 then. Dang. It's crazy. Yeah, that seems about reasonable, right? 140? Let's make it 140. Okay, let's clean it up. Now that we have all values like similar to how we want it, let's have some values here. Let's say const float min target distance. Let me set that to 140. What else do we have here? One thing I hate about having const is that I have to initialize it. I have to keep building it, and I hate that. Gravity. Gravity is different for this guy though. But I mean, gravity right now is temporarily though. Gravity right now is temporarily. Until we have the actual, how do you say it? Until we actually have the actual collisions working. It may have to be temporarily, because I'm planning to. The thing is, it's still not gonna be till a while from now, though. 575.0F. I'll mention that when the time comes. Okay. So I already have the initial stuff that I want. So right here is going to be min target distance. Min target distance. Oh, jump scale. I did not have that. Jump force, I mean. That's 300, right? Jump force. And here it has gravity. And I have ground. It may... I don't think this is gonna work. Because it may say that I already knows... I already have values initialized for it. Oh, maybe it does work. Okay. Never mind. Okay, so now I cleaned it up already. As much as I wanted it. So there we go. I still had to tweak it a little bit. I gotta play the game. But for now we have the jumping working now. So now as I get closer to this guy, he'll be like, oh, oh, oh. Another thing is probably it should be looking at me though. But we'll keep tweaking it more. We're almost an hour in here. Just for the jumping. That's crazy. But I already have the base functionality working, so the next video probably should not be that long. But in the next video we'll start. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's go to Chuck. We have a jumping state working at the moment. In the next video we'll start working on a chase state. Chase and short state, since they both kind of do the same thing actually. So in the next video we probably should be finishing it up. So anyways guys, I hope you guys liked this video. Like always, if there's something here that you feel like I should do better, or I could have done better, or you feel like this should have been better, then let me know. Let me know. Your suggestions and feedback is always welcome, guys. So let me know if there's anything here that you probably feel like, hey, you should have done it this way instead. Blah 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 blah. And I will understand, and I'll see what I can do about it. So I hope you guys liked this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And we should be finishing up Chuck in the next one. So I'll see you guys later. Signing out, guys.